Sooner Nation, Gaylord family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, and if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Trojans will put toe to leather and we'll get started. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense takes the field to start this game off. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you could miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
On the ground with the counter. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under. The Sooners will call on their punt team.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So USC's offense will go to work for the first time today. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back. And this defensive end can put him there often.
Looking for space, it's Marks. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They'll give it to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Line gets set. First down.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down. They move the tight end all over. From the shotgun, the inside give. The Sooners are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Sooners moving quickly to the line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Trojans. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Red pass, it's complete. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
And that is a big hit. And that's a hit that I'm going, listen, if I'm the OC, I'm the head coach, I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs and I want to run my quarterback. But, Palmer, I got to understand the difference between the critical situations when I want him to take hits and the other times when I want him to take a slide.
Yeah, you got to live to play another day if you're this quarterback right now.
Nothing but green grass down the middle. The tag. Touchdown, Sooners. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though.
Pulls it in on the left. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
Snagged on the outside, it's Lane. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Line getting set on second down. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Quarterback checking the play. To the air, it's Moss. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Marks. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He's back to throw on second down. Quick strike complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I love the awareness by the defense here. Everyone thinking first down close to the goal line. The offense is going to run the football, right? But this defense was ready for the chance that the offense might throw it. So defenders playing the pass and getting upfield, getting to the QB. Awesome job.
Makes the grab. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Instead of opting for the chip shot field goal attempt tying the game, to catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way. He knocked it right down the middle.
USC 14, Oklahoma 10.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and bring it back. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
With the catch, it's Anderson. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. The Sooners headed quickly to the line.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play, guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Back to pass, it's Arnold. Gets it out fast. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense, staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On third down, he drops to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Grabbed in the middle, it's Branch. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Using the quick game. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to run it. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to throw. Makes a connection. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the middle. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
To the ground with the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking to pass. It's Moss. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. From the gun, running back on the move. Fighting off the defender. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Yeah, and this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in first downs. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Using his legs, it's Marks. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. After run, now throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Going for the big play. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
It's not the end of the world. Bear with me. There is nothing worse than watching wide receivers run those little under routes, and I throw the football, and I'm 10 yards short. You got to push the ball down the field if you're going to get the first down. And guess what? You threw an interception, so be it. You made.
Oh, the ball squirts out. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. This offense has a second down play. Wants to throw. It's Arnold. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll pull it down. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. And the Sooners will hustle to the line. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Makes his connection. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking for room, it's Barnes. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the catch past the sticks. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Got it in the middle. It's Branch. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
At the 15-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
USC 14, Oklahoma.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it from the red zone. Fires to the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Grabbed behind the line, it's Branch. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal. This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Looking to throw it again. They're bringing heat. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Dropping back, it's Moss. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. He'll do it himself. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry up. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. They'll run it from the gun. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Sooners decide to punt it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Slips through the line. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Unloads it downfield. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And that is just the worst feeling as a wide receiver because you're way downfield, you're ready for the big play, but you're just unable to connect. I'm sure he's going to be on the sideline asking for another deep shot opportunity.
Plows through the defense. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the 4th quarter, we're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
Got it in the middle, it's Branch. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Feeling some heat. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
It's now 2nd down after the short completion. To the air, it's Moss. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
And this is exactly what this offense wants and wants to continue to do. A couple more 1st downs. They just got 2 1st downs. A couple more 1st downs, run the clock with the lead. Great recipe for getting the win.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking down the middle. He makes a catch. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He's got it! And he will score! Touchdown, USC! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Looking for a man. It's Arnold. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. After the misfire now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Going up top on 1st down. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Trojans. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L.
All kinds of running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. Off play action. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Bringing it back. He's at the 30. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back. And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He'll start this drive firing. Grabs it inside the 15. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Trojans! With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Barnes. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Now on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Arnold. They're trying to get to it. And they got him for the sack. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one.
Timeout, USC.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
Finds his man, it's Burks. And he'll be stopped short, or maybe he stopped himself short. And here we go, final play of the game right here. To the air on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Snags it inside the 20. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of